Alright, on the bottom left, we have TYMKey playing as Valder in the blue. Up against Spotyus playing Valder in the top right in the orange.
Well, at least it's not unfair, because both people are playing the busted CO.
Yeah, and this is the extra busted version of Valder. I think generally the consensus is he's still the best after the balance patch happened, but he was undeniably the best at this point in time.
Yeah, I think he's still the best right now, but the nerf mainly hurt his tier 1. What makes him amazing is mainly his tier 2, but on this map, his tier 1 is also amazing. Maybe even as good as his tier 2. Because of the nature of the map, getting the extra sword early is amazing here.
Yeah. And I mean, well, the nerf was the charge time was tier 1, right?
Yeah, but of course it also carries over to tier 2,
Yeah.
but it makes less of a difference for your tier 2.
Yeah.
Whereas if your game plan is spamming tier 1, that's really being hurt by the nerf.
Yeah. Oh, we see this opening again, actually. I think we saw TYM do this, where you heal your command off that village and go for the fortified straight away. Whereas TYMKey is going for the opponent's tower, which is I don't know, it
Yeah,
doesn't really work out a lot of the time, unless you have like a specific plan for it, because what happens is you flip the tower, but your opponent just is just like, okay, well, you've wasted a lot of aggression on taking a tower down.
yeah, and it's just harder to do, right? Because there are two production structures right next to you.
Yeah, and wow, that's a lot of swords coming there for Spotyus.
And it also doesn't help the econ, right? Whereas going for the far top or far bottom racks also gets you to flip the contested the villages, and especially the fortified villages really early. So you get the production from your opponent and you get the best villages. So it's just like the meta opening, I think.
On the other hand, going for the barracks is a fantastic play, and which is exactly what TYMKey's going for, using tier 1 there. Probably could have used it a bit sooner, actually. They had like 134% on their commander, and that could have been most of the way to another
Ooh, and
tier
the
1.
knight goes down there with a harpy crit. And there is no mage to do anything about this harpy.
We see a golem on defense, which I think we've seen before. This is extremely powerful, especially when your barracks gets captured, because it's really difficult to knock a golem down. And the
Well,
golem, if you capture the barracks yourself, the golem can just keep knocking it down and they build lots of groove off of it.
but there is a dragon to deal with. So,
That's true.
dragon just got built, which is the correct way to deal with the golem there. What I don't like is how Valder walked forward. I think he should have stayed up top to kill mages. Because a mage now will make it really hard for the dragon to deal with the golem. Whereas if Valder stayed there, I think your swords can keep your racks in your possession. Or actually nothing can, I guess. Yep, Valder tier 1.
Yeah, I mean, this is the, like you were saying earlier, this map is definitely one where you can get a lot of use out of tier 1 as opposed to saving for tier 2.
Yeah. I actually haven't played Valder on this map because I think it's like so busted that I'd rather play other COs. So maybe with Valder going for the center racks is like okay.
They're
I
just
still
trading
think
hits on this barracks, by the way, and they're both using groove to do it.
yeah, but it's minus unit count for Spotyus every time this happens, so it might be pretty decent.
That is
Ooh, but
true.
he got so much counterplay on the bottom because there wasn't the pressure he put on TYMKey's top. So it's a super weird game. I think in other matchups, the player who goes for the top or bottom racks, for the edge racks, just wins because they get economy and they just eventually shut down and flip the racks clearly, and it doesn't get flipped back. But here it's like more like neck and neck. It's close.
Oh, is Spotyus going to respond to this by also using tier 1? That is the question. They're doing good damage. Ooh, knocks down a tower. That's good.
It's been like a tier 1 every turn. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, this is definitely... This style of Valder is definitely something that won't happen in the current patch.
Yeah.
At least not to the same extent. I think they would have to be way more aggressive, like both of them each turn, to do something like this. Oh, flips the tower. It's actually looking really dangerous around that barracks.
Yeah, it looks like... Well, I was just about to say it looks like Spotyus is getting every fortified village. But I guess not true anymore. The mages are a bit too exposed, maybe. But there's a lot of them. So maybe you can't kill them without giving up your racks. Oh, another tier 1. Who would have thunk?
By my hands, rise.
And another tier 1. Wow. Unexpected.
You're definitely gonna... I think we're gonna hear a lot of rise from your grave this game. Oh, Golem lives.
Golem takes a lot, but the dragon might get hurt a bit. Ooh, Kraken's doing work. Spotyus has 2 Krakens. I didn't notice that before.
I think Spotyus builds one riverboat, sends it south, and they could win the game.
3 Krakens, built another Kraken. That's a lot of Krakens. Well, he had money for like the whole game.
Oh, these Krakens
Ooh.
are taking a beating.
Yeah.
I was expecting that mage to heal the other one to do damage to the dragon, but I guess picking up a sword is also a good option.
Yeah, unit count is king.
Oh,
Wow, no Valder
no
He couldn't get
Valder.
Valder so he resigned.
I don't know why though. Like, I mean, I guess
He was down a lot of money. He was down way too much money.
that's fair. Oh yeah, I guess he like those fortified villages were
Yeah,
very much in Spotyus' favor.
Eventually, the attack on the racks was gonna fizzle out, and then he was just massively down army value. Even though the unit count was similar, or maybe even slightly in his favor. But
Yeah,
like,
he's definitely killing more stuff.
yeah, but there's like a bunch of Krakens everywhere now. You can't just lose most, if not all, of the fortified villages and stay in the game. Like, it's just too much money.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I would have gone for some kind of like all-in over on the right-hand side with naval, just to try and finish it off because you got double merfolk and a riverboat, and Spotyus had nothing over on that side, so you build like a harpoon to back it up and you go kill the strongholds. But
Well, there's the thing. He has money though. He can build like 2 Krakens when he sees you do that, right?
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I'm always an advocate for like late resigning or never resigning or just not early resigning. But it's a fair resignation, right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Still though, it was a fun game. It was, I mean, I guess funny would be
And it's
more
hard
accurate.
for us to see how fair the resignation is because we didn't open the overview. Right?
That's true. But I mean, it was funny seeing that many Valder tier ones in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like a meat
But
grinder and
I think if
Spotyus
we
on top.
opened the overview, it would have been like for most of the game, like a significant money lead, like 500, 600, like almost every turn. But I
Yeah.
couldn't say that because maybe I looked at it wrong, right?
Yeah.
Without looking at the stat for sure. Anyway.
Okay, well, that was us for this game. Let's get into the next one.